All right, y'all, what's going on? So, not my typical background or anything. I'm home for the evening. Done a little bit trick-or-treating tonight since, this weekend is Halloween. So, still got more trick-or-treating to do. I think it's Monday, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Monday. So, yeah. And I did dress up. Judge me if you want to. I don't care. Because you know who I dressed up as? Fat Thor. Yeah. I know. Hey, hey. I might throw a picture up on here, like here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, but this video, yeah, you can tell by the title, it kind of slipped my mind. I thought I uploaded the video for y'all, and I didn't. Uploaded a couple how-tos. Y'all go check those out. It's about the whole body styles and everything, but I didn't upload the one for the Super Duty. My bad. Sorry. Finished it up as of right now about a week ago. Full air ride, about stock height, nothing crazy. The like 6.5-inch bags in the front, like 9-inch bags in the rear. That way his weight capacity was still there. And, he didn't lose none of that. So that's what this video is about, is just to walk around, kind of start to finish on the whole thing. It's just going to be a one series for this one because it's kind of breaking it down, unless it's a long, time frame far as the builds go. They'll be broken up into multiple series. But for this one, since I done some recording, but I didn't upload about it because I had other stuff I was uploading about and working on. So this is going to be just a one part series about the whole build. And some of them be from when I first started on the truck, and then all the way up till current. So y'all stay tuned and check it out, because at the end of the video, then we got some more stuff to talk about as far as what's next, what's to come, and yeah, so I'll be right back. Finally got all the designs and everything like that I wanted as far as the bracketry and everything goes that's going on the truck. Almost got all the bags and brackets and everything installed on the truck. Last thing I have to do is pull off the rear portion of it to get some color on. The guy, he just wants, just a gloss black, nothing crazy on it. So cool deal. But just taking a little while, and between the gold OBS, the white Super Duty over there, it's been crazy working by myself. You get backed up a lot of times. So I mean, it is what it is. But gentleman, he's been more than patient with me, and thank God this thing is almost done, ready to go out the door. So walk y'all through, what all we got going. F450 Super Duty 6.4. He does a good bit of traveling with it, and he told me, he said, I just want something that will improve the ride quality of the thing, because it beats the crap out of me. It's an older gentleman. He's, I think, like mid-50s or so. Cool guy and everything. And buddy of mine, buddies with him, so that, that's how he got in touch with me. So I brought it down and got going on it, and finally just about got it done. What we're going to be running on it is, nothing crazy. It's pretty basic. He said, the least that he has to mess with the system, the better. So I'm going to wire everything in to where it's nice. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to try to wire everything in to where it's hit the ignition switch and system comes on. And he wants a dump valve on it to where when he goes back underneath the trailer, he can, and just hit the dump valve. It'll dump the rear bags back underneath it, hit the switch, and raise back up for him, because he's got a rear camera on it, so he'll be able to use that to watch it. That way, once he backs underneath it, hits the bags fill back up, and lifts the trailer up, and he's good to go. It's pretty much it. I'll show y'all, once I do the full walk around of the thing. With the rear air ride, we'll accommodate the front leaf spring hanger, and then the bottom bar of the 4-link is going to be going up on the frame, just like, just looks like he has a set of traction bars on it. So it's pretty, pretty straightforward. The front, all I'm going to have to do is adjustable track bar to center out, the body and the axle, and it's going to keep the radius arms on it because I'm not really changing the height or anything of it. Maybe just a little bit, not enough to really need the 4-link or a 3-link on it. Like I told him, later down the road, if he wants to do a 3-link or 4-link, just get with me. That's not a big deal or whatever. So pretty much straightforward, kit. The rear is what took the longest because I wanted to have the proper design bracket to where I was the most comfortable with it, because especially him hauling a good bit of weight and all the traveling he's doing, to where he had no issues with it whatsoever. So that's where we're at right now. Finally got the rear brackets designed like I wanted to, and they're set like I want them. I'm just waiting on the air management to come in, because the air management is going to go where the spare tire is right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much straightforward kit. I offer these kits as well on the 450s. Yeah, a couple holes you got to drill, nothing crazy. And then the front brackets I offer as well, anywhere from stock, foot of lift or more, just depends on, what application you want as far as lift wise goes. Just got back from vacation here recently, and had a blast. Got wiped out a couple times, but hey, we made it. We're still alive, so that's a plus. Oh, where to start? So we've got a lot going on this week. We got the black dolly getting finished up. Got the white Super Duty. A couple last things I got to finish doing to her. I'll do a walk around of that here soon. The dolly, I've got all the bags on it. I just got to readjust the 2 front brackets on the coal buckets to where the air fittings doesn't hit the drop down bracket on the coal bucket itself, and that won't take long. And then after that, just waiting on the air management to come in. Once that comes in, get all that put together. So in the meantime, I'm going to be building the bracket that will go in the spare tire hanger for the black dolly. So then I'll have that taken care of, and then we can get everything done in black, back on the truck, adjusted, and back down the road, back to the owner. I know he's been itching to get it back. It's been taking longer than anticipated. That's how it's been here. Yeah, kind of had a bit of a stick in the road, fork in the road, whatever you want to call it. Had a bit of a hold up this week because once we got back from vacation, had to go in for dental surgery, and that's why I'm not really talking all that much. So yeah, I got to take it easy for a little while. What it is, I just got to be careful, doing certain stuff right now, lifting, blow my nose, and stuff like that. But anyways, and yes, I know all y'all are thinking, John, what's taking so long, man? We want more content. Between family, builds, orders, everyday life, be patient with me. Okay, trust me, I would love to upload a lot more. I just get it when I can, but these couple other builds are pressing me to, got to get them done, get them out of here, because we've got a slew of other builds lined up for the rest of this year. And the old girl almost got the parts to get her done, and I want her done. Body ain't gonna be perfect. Everything ain't gonna be perfect on it like I want her to be for Rudy's, but as long as I can get the rest of the lift done and on the truck just for Rudy's, then hopefully over winter, I'm gonna tear everything down. Been slammed and haven't been able to upload as usual. I've been keep saying that, I'll get back into doing videos regularly and yada yada. But with getting all these builds and everything finished up, may be able to, start doing more frequently. So until then, y'all just bear with me. So anyways, got Gold OBS done, bunch of orders finished up and whatnot. And now we got this dually F450, and the customer brought it to me a while back, and thank God I'm getting it finally done. That way he can have it back and use it like, you know, he was using it before. Main reason why he wanted to go air ride was because it being a 450, any of y'all that's familiar with suspension at all knows 450s with any type of sturdy suspension is going to ride like crap. I mean, it's how it is because they, you know, they can haul more weight. So he wanted something that's still reliable but rode a lot better. So done just your standard like 6.5-inch bags up front and 9-inch bags in the rear, and you know that way he can still haul what he wants, because he hauls a 16 to 20,000 pound enclosed trailer once in a while for a buddy of his. So, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, he has no issues, but, you know, tongue weight and everything comes in, you know, to the works. And, you know, that's not really what the truck will actually be, you know, on the tongue of it, obviously. So for, you know, y'all out there that don't know that. So, like I said, just about done with it. Plumbing it up right now, and then once you get it finished plumbed up, get the axles centered. Once everything's done, all the parts besides the two lower 4-link bars for the rear and the two frame mounts, I got to finish putting a couple holes in the frame and get those put back on, and then put the bars on, and then get everything adjusted and whatnot, and that'll be about it. So trying to get that done and my truck ready for Rudy's. That's in about a week. So I was going to do a whole bunch of stuff to my truck, but customers come first, and which I'm truly grateful for. And it's just, I don't have the time to mess with mine as much as I wanted to. So I'm just going to do the, you know, basic stuff to it for right now. Then once I get back over winter time, hopefully I'll be able to do to it everything that I wanted to. So anyways, like I say, it's sharp truck. The gentleman, he, you know, just runs around, you know, here and there with the business that he does like arcade games, if I'm not mistaken. Those machines are his around, you know, around here local. And so yeah, that's what he does. I think he's got multiple companies. I can't remember the other ones, but yeah. So it's about quitting time for the evening. I got the rear just about wrapped up. Just got to put the lower 4-link bars on with the frame brackets for the rear 4-link. And I'll show y'all how I got that all set up. Bags and everything's on, bolted down tight. All the brackets are on the rear, track bars on. Just got to finish tighten up. Once you get the bottom 2 bars on, tighten up the 3/4 inch grade 8 bolts on the whole rear. And besides testing the leveling valve and putting the bracket on the tube itself that the leveling valve will connect to keep it at the correct height and everything, all that'll be left is to make sure that's functioning properly and the dump valve is working right, because the customer, he, you know, uses it quite frequently for pulling his trailer. And, you know, buddy of his enclosed, like I think it was 24 30-foot enclosed, I think it was 2-deck trailer. I think it's a monster. He sent me a picture of it. If I can find it, I'll try to put a picture up on here of it. So just got done wiring up for the leveling valves, the dump valve, the management and everything. You got to throw the 2 filters on the air compressors and adjust the bracket where they're at, just to make sure it's stable and everything like it should be. And then slap the front leveling valve on it in the morning, and then run the 2 lines from the back to the front bags, and then just adjust the leveling valve and put the rod or the linkage on the radius arm. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not really a whole lot left to do to it besides, once you get everything on, test it, take it out, run it, make sure it's, you know, it's not going side to side, you know, too much or anything like that. I just sent the customer more pictures and everything of everything on, you know, that way he can, so I sent him pictures and everything. So yeah, like I say, it's almost done. almost done. Thank God. Because then I can get more stuff, more other orders and stuff done. I can get the Super Duty done. I can get the other build done, the more like frame off, I guess you'd say, because the guy's getting the whole frame and everything powder coated and whole 9 yards. So, and then we got another build coming next weekend. Full body style. It's a dually. And this thing, oh God, this thing's nice. I would possibly keep it, but I can't because I can't just keep it. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's gonna be another heck of a build. Knock on wood, will not take long. Because I already got the files that I need. You just got to tweak them, different design, you know, all that stuff. Get them done, get them on. That way, that build isn't here and the chassis in the back isn't here during winter, like when it's blowing snow. Because that happened last year. That sucked. Like, royally sucked. Having to try to roll around on the ground in snow to work on something, no. So, that's where we're at with that. But, like I say, with the dually, it hasn't been bad. It's just one of those things. Got this, that, and the other going. I got one thing done, a couple other things done. Now I got to get this done. I've got multiple builds to get done and shipped that the customers are putting on. So I've got those to get done. And then the builds here I got to get done. So it's a madhouse. I need another vacation, but that ain't gonna happen for a while. Not unless I like hit the lottery or something. But anyways, so yeah, like I say, it's actually an '08. While I think about it, it's an '08 F450 6.4, 50 Super Duty, dually, crew cab long bed, full air ride. These kits, I do the front. The rear, I may do rear kit. It's just, you gotta have everything set up just perfectly to where everything aligns like it should. I don't want anybody having any issues with alignment, you know, all that stuff. So the rear, I may offer a kit specifically for the 450s that have the square axle shaft, because the pumpkin comes out of the front of the axle, not the rear. Because this truck is a heavy duty truck, man. I mean, heavy duty. That's why I had to make sure all these brackets was built properly, welded with the best penetration, and to where there ain't no give, no wear. It's like I say, this dude's hauling a good bit of weight, you know, once in a while, like big trailer. So always got to make sure I got my customers covered. So with that being said, I'll probably just keep this all one series. Should have it done majority all tomorrow, I hope. Depend on if I've run into rain, because from the hurricane that came up through Florida, we're getting more of the rain and crap from it. Because just heard on the radio earlier that it was starting to get hurricane strength again, which, oh joy, ain't good, especially for the Carolinas and all that stuff. So now I'm working against the clock even faster, because I don't have the shop added on or new one built yet. So yeah, I'm outside right now, as y'all couldn't already tell. But try the best to get done, because this truck has got to go, got to be done, out the door, back to the customer. So it's another somewhat brisk morning here at the shop, and we've got that old girl we're finishing up. Now, before we get started, had a little bit of a mishap yesterday. Smacked the crap out of my head. I was unscrewing one of the fittings. I had a bunch of brass fittings put together for the two dump valves. Well, the one-way valve and then the dump valve, and I had to unscrew it to re-plumb, you know, a few things. And well, it slipped, came out of the threads. You know, it was at the end of the threads, and I wasn't able to reposition my hand quick enough. And yeah, that's what it did. And it, yeah, I was gonna come back down to the shop last night, get, you know, a couple things finished up for a couple orders, and I was like, nope, Ain't no way. So I didn't, but yeah, yeah. Oh, well, it comes comes along with the work. So, but anyways, let's get started. Once the sun comes up a little bit higher to where it's not so brisk, I'm gonna do the rod arm that controls the leveling valve and everything, and then get the T ran for the two front bags, and then basically tighten everything up. And I got to run one more wire from the switch that controls the dump valve over to the ignition fuse. That way it doesn't have constant power on it, because then it's don't want constant power on something that wasn't really designed for constant power. So after that, all that'll be left is a sway bar. But like I say, don't want to cut no corners, and we'll go from there far as what route we're going to go, because that's a pretty heavy duty sway bar that came on it. It's almost home stretch, so we'll get a couple other things done while it's warming up a little bit, and then we'll get back on this thing, and I'll walk y'all through the everything. All right, so how about the final update on the truck before I do the full walk around everything after she's clean, nice and clean and everything. Had a bit of an issue here last week. The customer, he's actually in Alaska right now. So, yeah, I know, right? I want to go to Alaska, catch some big old fish. Anyway, but so like I say, I don't know, I'll probably edit it out, maybe, I don't know that. You ain't got to worry about nothing. All he's got to do is gets in the truck in the morning, flip a switch, cut the compressors and everything on to where as it's doing its thing, tank gets low enough, it'll start filling itself back up. So it basically just doing what the gentleman wanted to do, because he said he wanted to have to mess with it as little as possible. And he's a little bit of an older gentleman, so as any of y'all know, as you get older, less you want to mess with stuff. If he can get in it and go, good. So that's where we're at. And right now, I'm just getting the one shock on the back put on right now. Tighten that up, and I got the self-leveling valve on the front done, track bar tight. I just got to tighten the jam nuts and everything. Let's see. And then I'm waiting on the dump valve for the rear. Like I said, middle of the week, hopefully, maybe sooner. And then how I designed the rear was so that, if any of y'all's familiar with how these F450s are set up, most of them anyways, sway bar set on top of the axle, and then the bar drops down and connects to two sway bar links on each side of the frame. Well, I made it to where all you literally got to do is flip the sway bar, put it underneath the axle, still use sway bar links and everything. If you want to get longer ones down the road, you can, but how it's set right now is to where you don't have to worry about clearance with the rear four link, and it sets about in the middle of the two bars. So you ain't really got to worry. But that's what I'm finishing up right now. I'm gonna crawl underneath here and give y'all a little look at how I got it set up. Then like I say, the sway bar, that's how she's set right now. The truck has to go up a little bit higher in the rear to be the height that I'm gonna be setting it at. Just waiting on the new bushings to come in. Should be here, I believe, tomorrow from Summit Racing. So yeah, shout out to them. Appreciate y'all getting them things shipped out quick. Top bar just goes to the front leaf spring hanger, goes back, and that one is adjustable as well. So Heim on one, bushing on the other, and then vice versa for the bottom bar. So sorry, it's kind of close quarters in here. And then like I say, just waiting on the new sway bar bushings to come in. And then I got the one sway bar link on. I got to smack the other one back on. And yeah, then all we're waiting on is the rear dump valve. So like I say, yeah, I'm underneath the truck. Story of my life. So, like I say, I just got to put the one sway bar link back on this side, on the passenger side, tighten up the driver's side and tighten them both up. Get the sway bar bushings in tomorrow, I'm hoping. And then just got to wait for the dump valve to come in maybe tomorrow. I doubt it. More than likely going to be Wednesday that comes in. So the guy, he don't get back, end of the week anyways. So, not really pushing the panic button very, very much. The front's pretty much done. I just got to tighten up the front sway bar link bolts, and then that'll be done. And then double check the track bar, to make sure it's set like I need it. And then pretty much it. This is the design that I done for this, specific style setup. It was kind of, built custom in a way. The front bag mounts and everything, I offer right now anyways, because all Super Duties, they mount up the same, so that ain't no big deal. Far as the rear goes, with this being a 450, he has the 4-inch square tube rear end, so that changes things up a little bit. But I may offer this style up for sale. Don't know yet for sure. I'm still doing some research to see, all the different, applications that this particular kit will go with. Obviously just with the square tube rear end, but it doesn't take much to swap it over to a round tube rear end. So the brackets would change a little bit just because of how the sway bar was mounted. And I'm just um, real happy of how it's turned out, to where I didn't have to worry about buying a new sway bar, trying to build one. I could have, but saves time and money, and that's what we want. And it's not cut no corners. It's still using the factory sway bar, and then yes, I mean that's pretty much it. And if I don't edit it out in the video, the sway bar is actually going to set between the two 4-link arms, because the top 4-link arm sets out far enough to where don't really have no clearance issues, and the bottom one right here is just, it's close, but with it being in the center of the two bars, you don't really have anything to worry about, even when you let the bags all the way down when you dump them. So that's not really concerned about that aspect. So with that being said, y'all, it's probably going to be the last update part in the video before I do the actual whole walk around of the truck. After it's clean, said and done, test drove, everything checks out, and it's good for the customer to come pick it up. Like I say, he won't get back to the end of the week, so it'll be probably Saturday, Sunday before he'll come pick it up. But it'll be a massive, massive relief off me, because like I say, this truck was here when all the crap was going on too, and between customer orders, family, things have came up, just things happen. But he's been more than understanding about the whole truck build, and I'm hoping that he'll be happy with it, because I'm tickled with it, and it's not even my truck. But like I say, I may offer this kit up. um I may put it on the website. I don't know yet. Like I say, once he gets it back and he runs it and everything, get some miles on it. That way, if y'all are, interested about it, like I say, it's got, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 miles on it, no issues, knock on wood, and, it's good to go. So that's pretty much it. Like I say, the front axle has the 11 valve on it, and in the rear, just like a semi setup. It's, some guys run 2 leveling valves, but with as low as this truck is, won't really have much of an issue far as sway goes, because still having front and rear sway bars, you'll be fine. So long as he's happy with it, and later down the road, he may decide, hey, can we add 2 more leveling valves to it? Ain't no big deal. Just have to do a little more plumbing up as far as the tank goes, and might add a second tank. You never know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, see how he likes it, and how I like it, you know, when I take it out for a test drive. So yeah. All right, y'all. Well, finally done. The '08 F450 finally done. Overlook the traffic and everything. We're right there, down here at the road. Oh, whole body style. Oh, love it. Anyways, so like I said, it's a '08 F450 6.4 power stroke crew cab long bed dually. The gentleman, he just wanted something road better and everything, so finally got it done. Wanted to make sure that with him towing the good bit of weight that he's going to be once in a while with this thing, that didn't have nothing to worry about. So got bags up front, bags in the rear, full air ride. Yeah, so I'll show you all the trip. So gorgeous truck. I like the two-tone, and yeah, nothing crazy. It's a King Ranch edition, so it's, yes, very nice. But yeah, it's not ran on remote. 11 valve up front, and then 11 valve in the rear. And it's got the compressor, 2 compressors, air tank, and then the brackets and everything. So it's pretty straightforward, you know, nothing too crazy. And then the sway bar, it used to be on top of the axle, but then I built custom brackets for both sides, right there and right there, that I put the sway bar on the bottom side. Still used factory sway bar links and everything. And then the front sway bar, you know, stayed the same, but still has plenty of clearance going up and down when I dump the bags. And then it's how the top set up, and then the bottom set up, just like I said, of regular traction bars. And then front bags, nothing crazy, like I say. Custom sway bar, relocation bracket for the axle side. I just used the factory frame mount here. I'll get y'all good. Yeah, right there. So nothing crazy, but she's done. Finally done. I want to get the 20 inch air ride lift done on the white Super Duty now and get that out of here, obviously before the end of the year. And then that'll be done. Then I got 2 others that I'm doing. So we got plenty of stuff going on, but just want to give you all a little rundown of it, you know, with it being fully done. And the dump valve and everything functions like it should. You know, cut the switch on, the ignition switch, hit the bag or hit the switch for the dump valve, and air's down, hit the switch, air's back up. So good to go. So till next video, y'all, appreciate the insight on the videos and everything, and like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for a lot more way bigger builds coming very shortly. See y'all.